Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Jocelyn Lovely Tarot. So good to see you guys here today. Today's reading is going to be for my water signs. If you guys resonate with the video, like, share, and subscribe. Alright guys, this is a deep ass reading. I literally almost started crying. If you guys want a personal reading, hit me up at jocelynlovely84@gmail.com, and then my email's on my page, okay? Alright, we're starting off with the Seven of Pentacles. I'm getting a treasure. I'm getting, somebody who you found out that your world is a treasure. That your experience, everything you've gained here, right? Because it's wisdom, it's pentacles, it's money, it's time, it's resources, everything. You've gained that. You have it. It's yours. It's in your possession. Your foundation too. This talks about foundation, right? Seven of Pentacles, building and building and building and building, and finally attaining, achieving, right? But there was uncertainty at one point. But look, that's the communication. It's you knowing. It's the knowledge of knowing that you are actually blessed and you are filled with treasures beyond your wildest dreams. This reading, y'all. This reading. If I cry, I'm sorry, man. It was hardcore, man. You got the Two of Pentacles, Two of Cups in reverse. Take a look at the cup though, with the water. It's almost as if like everything's being washed away, everything was being cleaned, but a whole new cup is given to you. You see the glimmer? It's like a whole new life inside of this, ready to begin. But the reason it's in reverse is because I'm going to show y'all right now. You got the Fool, right? This reminds me as so below, so above, but then it's like receiving a cup from the divine. Even if you flip it, right? Receiving a cup, an opportunity from the divine. And I'll tell you why. We got the Ten of Wands, right? It's almost as if everything you've ever learned, every lesson, every experience, you can jot it down now. It's like a notch in your belt, right? All this experience is leading you somewhere. It's something you've attained. Some of you guys have been focused on attaining mastery for so many years and felt like you were coming up short. Some of you guys were not thinking that you were not learning lessons. Meanwhile, you were like above and beyond. When it came to lessons learned, feeling compassion, feeling forgiveness, and wanting to forgive yourself. Some of you guys were feeling so behind, but really, if you think about it, no, you're right where you're supposed to be, right in the moment. And this is just a representation. Ten of Wands is an ending, right? It's almost as if the journal, some of you guys wrote all of your pain, all of your stories are written down. It's almost as if because it's the end, you can actually toss it out and burn it. You can burn it all to the ground, all the experiences. It's done. Lessons learned, right? For some of you guys, it's like that. It's everything you've ever wrote. It's like it's because you've learned it, because you've attained it, because you understand it so well, and it brings so much more meaning to you and fondness and memory, you could release it. It's finally releasing it all because you don't need it. You don't need it. Everything that you've attained, whether that's physically, emotionally, financially, right? We were talking about money, resources, time, everything. Let it go. You know it's time. Because you understand that this conversation has to do with you in spirit, nothing else. Everything else, yes, it's tangible. You've attained it. You love it, but you can let it go. Because right now, the only thing that really matters is the connection you have with self. I hope I'm making sense here. You got the World with the Fool. Done. Cycle's done. It reminds me also as above, so below, right? The Queen of the Underworld, and then the King of Air, right? Or an angel or higher self, right? But look at this. It's a circle, right? This reminds me of the karmic cycle from the highs to the lows, right? Highs to the lows, from the ins, the outs, the aboves, belows, right? Feminine, masculine, higher self, demons. Your demons, right? Because they're under. Water realm, the psychic, the intuitive, the communication, the honesty, the high vibe mentality, right? It's there. Now, when we talk about your demons and your guides, right? Higher self. Let's talk about higher self. Here, all in one. You finally understand. This is what I'm talking about with your cycles, right? You understand yourself fully, complete. This is what I mean when I say you can let it go, because you finally you've had experiences with higher self, and you know what that feels like. You've experienced the lowest of the low, right? Your demons, and you've embraced them all. You've accepted it all. You've shed light in the dark, and you've shed darkness in the light. Do you see what I'm saying? Like it's done. It's wrapped up. This karmic cycle is done, right? But really it's more, the best part, it's like you close the cycle knowing that it was never about anyone else. It was never about money. It was never about love. Or a significant other. It was never about your parents. It was never about your family. It was never about your friends. It was never about your money. It was never about what you were worth. It was never about your house. It was never about your car. It was never about any of that. Never. It was never about your self-worth. It was never about what you thought about yourself, or your greed, or your shame. It was never about sex. It was never about any of that. It was about you. Right? Lower self and higher self. It was about you. And understanding yourself. I hope I'm making sense. This is about you loving yourself in such way it's not even it's just it's crazy. Right? Loving yourself enough to go through the experiences you went through, the sacrifices you went through, the pain that you went through, the goodness that you went through, just to integrate with higher self. To merge, right? Because your demons never wanted to be left behind. All they ever wanted was your attention. So you finally pay attention to them, and the divine higher self tells your demons, I'm here. It tells your shadow, I'm here. I love you. I'm not going anywhere without you. Where would I go without you? I need you. I need every single part of me to go along, to move forward. And then your higher self, right? Higher self can finally flourish and be. It can finally be. It can finally integrate you and love you. You can enjoy all aspects of yourself in peace and love, and in understanding that this is what the whole journey was about, to get to know yourself at a deeper level. And it's crazy because that's the end of that specific cycle. You have a whole other 5-6 more cycles to go. But for some of you guys, it just feels like a huge chapter just ended, a huge one. It was huge. It symbolizes so much for you, because at what cost? It cost you everything to be here, to have learned that lesson of self-love, for good or for bad, the highs and the lows, the endings, the beginnings. And now you're about to start a whole new cycle, and it's like you finally understand that you know nothing. I know nothing. We're just starting over again. And only this time is this opportunities to love myself even more, to love ourselves even more, to forgive ourselves with more, even more, to have more compassion and more understanding, more faith, more belief, more lows, more exposure to the demons. It's that opportunity to be even more aware of who we are, for good and for bad, and to be able to face all of that and still want to keep going down the cycle, down the path, whatever you want to call it. At this point, it's not even about attaining mastery. There's no mastery to attain. You're perfect just the way you are. You just got that, because you got water and air. As above, so below. Sensing, communication, the highs and the lows, the tides. It's all yours. That's all I have for you guys. Bye-bye.